What's what's going on, people? It's GBPbaby. Welcome to another video. It's currently 11:32 p.m. on Tuesday the 18th of July. We're going to start with DXY. This video is probably going to be quite quick, a bit like yesterday's, and that's purely just because of the consolidation that we've been witnessing in the markets. As you can see, we haven't really had much of an exciting day today. We simply traded back. Remember, this low line is delineating the open of the monthly fair value gap. You can see we traded lower. We did tag these lows down here, so we did take out south side liquidity resting below here. If my shift works, 1 second, guys. Right, so we did take out these lows here, and then you can see we traded higher, and we haven't actually taken out this high yet. And you can see our price is still continuing to react to this daily fair value gap. And when I say react, I mean we're trading to it, and you can see every time we trade towards it, we turn around. Yesterday we traded into it up to the 25% level and got rejected, and then today we touched it again, and you can see prices left that level again. If we look at the actual daily candle, these little close body candles, it is just standard consolidation, but like it really is a matter of waiting on an expansion. Like either Wednesday or Friday, I'm expecting some kind of large expansion. I would like to see it on the downside. However, considering we're taking out south side liquidity here, like I said, there is still potential for this high to get ran, and I did say this yesterday as well. Although it is interesting to see that we did trade to the consequent encroachment, or just above the consequent encroachment of yesterday's wick. So I'll show you what I mean by that. If we mark this low to this high, and then I mark out the 50% level, that is what is it, 6290, which is just here. I'll make it dashed, and then if we drop down to a low time frame, so we'll go back to the hourly, you can see how we traded to that and how volume has continued to respect that level, which is consequent encroachment. And when price respects these levels again, it does hint towards low prices. It's just, you can see that this kind of consolidation is very hard to read and to navigate in general. So yeah, I'm just waiting on some kind of expansion. Again, we did take out south side, but you could argue we took out this swing high made here at 8 p.m. So we have technically taken out buy side. Also, we took out this swing high here. We took out that swing high. So there is buy side and south side that has been taken, meaning there is, like, again, there is reason for us to want to go lower. I've said this before, I really want to see dollar start to push lower, and the way it is treating this daily fair value gap, I'll just show you that now again. This massive daily fair value gap, it doesn't seem like price wants to trade into that. Otherwise I would have anticipated some kind of expansion into that, but you can see we haven't done that. We're respecting the 50% level of this wick. So tomorrow I would like to see us push lower and run towards this weekly bullish order block that I've had my eyes on for a while now. So yeah, that's what I mean by this video is going to be quite quick, because again, the markets aren't really doing too much. We did, like I said, we did take out this south side liquidity. It was nice to see, but we traded right back up, back to this kind of equilibrium within this range now. So it's just a matter of waiting and seeing. I do think do we have news releases tomorrow? I will double check that right now. So tomorrow there is no high impact news drivers. It is mainly just medium impact, and then we do have inflation rate numbers year on year for GBP, which means we can anticipate some kind of expansion on GBP, which will be interesting. And also I do have some comparison to make with amongst GBP, EUR and DXY, so I will get to that and I'll explain what I'd like to see from GBP. But yeah, nothing really much to say in terms of trading today. Again, very back forth, like this isn't good. This isn't pretty market conditions at all. So it's not really favorable for me right now. And there are times of the year in general where price gets like this, and it really does annoy me because it feels like I should know what's going on, but times like this I generally don't, and it is dangerous. But yeah, it is interesting to see how he respected that consequent encroachment. So I'm going to go to GBP now, and we'll start with the daily. And you'll see that we actually did, GBP fell significantly compared to dollar. Like dollar never rose, but you can see GBP traded higher, took out this sell side, and then went to this buy side, and look where we stopped. 50% level of this daily bearish order block, which is now bullish. So I had my eyes on this. Again, if you've watched my Sunday review, you'll know exactly what this is delineating. So it's traded down to the 50% level of this, I like to call it an inverted order block. we have found if it manages to find support, then I would like to see us expand higher, because again, I still have my eyes on this monthly fair value gap and this buy side liquidity resting on this blue line. So from here, it'd need to like maybe dip down one more time and then use that to spring higher. We'll drop down to a lower time frame, see what we can see. And you can see how we simply traded above Monday's high, taking out buy side liquidity, and then we traded aggressively lower, taking out this sell side liquidity, and we've just stopped perfectly at this 50% level, which is also pretty much the midpoint of this fair value gap resting here. If we go down to the hourly, we can have a better look. It's a lot more cleaner price action on pound than compared to dollar. Traded higher during London pretty much, and then as New York started, we started to trade lower, broke this low, breaking market structure here, which is pretty standard, and then we traded back, took out this high, back into this, making an immediate rebalance, and then you can see we traded lower and hit that fair value gap, also taking out a swing low here, and now you can see we're just consolidating as per usual. So what to expect now? Again, I'm waiting on expansion. It would be nice to see expansion to the upside. You can see we did just take out this swing high here, so if we do see an expansion, I'd like to see it on the upside, and that would give me then give me confluence to want to see this high get ran and for us to actually reach this target. And especially considering dollar didn't move the same like how it should have, and that doesn't make sense. I'll show you what I mean once I've just gone over euro. So euro didn't do much. Again, very ugly price action, man. This is disgusting. We'll go on the daily, and you can see this is Tuesday's price action for euro. We did trade to the top of the monthly the volume imbalance. This white box is delineating a weekly volume imbalance, and I'll show you that now. Here we go, from this high to this low. So you'll see on the daily that we managed to trade to the top of that, and then what happened, we traded back below, and then we closed lower as well. Now you can see that price is respecting the 50% level of that, and I do think there's potential for price to want to come down, take out these sell stops resting below these relative equal lows here, here, and here. That would be a good nice amount of liquidity for it to grab, for it to then trade higher, because remember, I am anticipating lower dollar, which means higher euro and higher pound. But generally speaking, in terms of probability, although I'm expecting these things, looking at the markets right now, it's low probability purely because, again, what's going on with world events, and just in general, this isn't very clear price action to me, but I do want to see some kind of continuation. So I'll quickly explain what I mean by a deviation I saw in GBP, Euro, and DXY. Right, so here I've delineated Euro USD, GBP USD, and DXY, and you'll see that Euro USD has made a higher low, GBP USD has made a lower low, and DXY has made a lower low. Now that means that dollar and Euro USD are in tandem, because as Euro moves higher, we anticipate dollar to move lower, and that's what we can see happening here. However, GBP did not move higher, it moved lower, which means that if we are to have higher, if we are to expect lower dollar, which I am, that means that pound's now going to have to do some extra work in terms of it's going to have a lot more strength in order for it to catch up with euro, because you can see that euro is doing the correct thing by moving higher as dollar moves lower, but GBP as per usual is doing her own thing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, we do have inflation rates for pound tomorrow, which is high impact at 7 AM, so it's possible we might see some kind of expansion based off that. But yeah, I guess it's just again, it's a matter of waiting and seeing what the market shows us. Again, low probability. It is also possible that this might be the market tipping its hand, suggesting that we might get higher dollar, and then euro's gonna have to be one catch up with pound. But I do have my eyes set on the lower dollar. So yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. I haven't really got much more to say. Hopefully we get some more exciting price action today, because as I said previously, I'm not going to be here on Thursday or Friday, so Wednesday night will be my last video for the week, running into next week. But I do have some good content coming, so make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.